In the world of Pokemon cards, reprints are always a hot button issue. Not helping matters, Pokemon themselves rarely, if ever, gives any kind of actual details regarding reprints. They may put out a press release like they did for Prismatic Evolutions, vaguely stating that they're going to print capacity and all that kind of stuff. But rarely do we hear what and when, or like how much of it. So that always leads to a lot of speculation and rumors and hearsay. I'm Jeff, owner of the Game Capital. We've got distribution through several US-based distributors. So let's take a look and see what we know. So diving in here, uh, the main tweet be referenced by others as well, as seen on screen here. Confirmed reprints to come very soon. Paldea Evolve booster boxes, Obsidian Flames booster boxes, Twilight Masquerade booster boxes, Surging Sparks booster boxes, and Paldean Fates booster bundles. Like I said, we've got distributors, so naturally, I sent an email. Any word on reprints? I've heard bundles of Pele and Fates, the stuff I just read to you. And the response from that distributor: Good morning, Jeff. Sorry for not answering the second half of your email. That was part of a longer email. I have heard those products are in the works, but I'm not sure exactly when they will head our way. Another distributor, which was via phone call, so don't have a screenshot of that for you, unfortunately. But they said that from what they've seen and heard through those that were at Gamma, those products are what they are also seeing and hearing as being on the way. They also don't know exactly how quickly, and they said once split up amongst all the different distributor reps and stuff they have, don't know how substantial it'll actually be, but we should be getting a piece of those items in the hopefully not too distant future. Like I said, don't know how much or how deep the stock will be. Don't know if they'll be higher than usual cost basis, if we'll have to buy a bunch of other stuff to qualify to be eligible to buy the stuff being named here as reprints. All that is to be determined. Others I've heard speculating, or at least not my first-hand information that I've heard, hearing others say that should come out around the time of Journey Together, if not within the next like week or two. So time will tell on that. But what impact is this having on the market thus far? Well, not a whole lot really. So Pele Evolved right now, cheapest is $220. Market price is $218. I believe that tweet I showed earlier, there was replies in there saying that Pele Evolved, because of the reprint news, dropped like $50. While the highest the market price has been is $231.16 on February 26th, and the next day was $209.07. But you can see there was a massive volume spike that day because that was Pokemon Day, and there was a couple of sellers on TG Player that worked with TG Player to bring below market value. I believe they had Pele Evolved, I want to say, at 190. So that drove the market price down. I think during the day it was lower than 209, but since they only had like 117 sold that day, so some sold at the normal price later in the day and drove the market price back higher. And I can see it's at 218. So we're currently $13 off of the highs, and you currently can't buy it for less than $219.93. Just FYI, I have all these with filters on, just to be listings without photos, because when you don't have that filter on, then you get all the various listings that don't really apply. You got Korean Paldea Evolved, Korean 36 loose packs. So until you get past the ones with pictures, you don't see what you're actually looking up anyway. So if you're wondering, just full disclosure, that's the only filter I have on, and it's just all set for English as well. But anyways, Obsidian Flames, currently, the buy box here is what I would reference this as. It's 190 delivered. You can see here, it peaked at 192.55 and then dropped down to a low of a 187.54, and now it's back up to 192, which is higher. Well, it is what it was. So we're down 12 cents in market price so far on Obsidian Flames. Now, I do expect once these reprints allegedly do actually get out in people's hands, we'll probably see a more noticeable dip short term. Nothing's financial advice, of course, and a lot can change, but well, just go back to Paldea Evolved here for a second. Zoom it out 6 months. There were reprints around these times where we got reprints ourselves that we were actually able to obtain, and they were fairly close to normal cost. Some distributors had it bundled with different stuff. Some just had at normal pricing, but with limits. But we were able to get a substantial amount of how they evolved. And let me actually zoom out further here. So the highest it was before that was 143. They just kind of whipsawed around between 130, 140. Like it may have had some availability in like the mid 120s. I think on our website we had them for 120 to 130 for a while during that because I actually had access to more for a period of time where it's like, well, if we can sell through some at this lower price, I can then just replace it with more stock. But they did sell out fairly quickly, so did not actually get to complete that move or plan. But anyways, so Obsidian Flames went over on a Twilight Masquerade. It's currently actively downtrending some. See your most recent sale of $60. Just click in here. I don't know why that even shows on there. But that was probably, a Korean box or something like that. But anyways, peaked just a few days ago at 234.05 on March 1st. Market price is now down all the way to 226.41. So down less than $8. But you can currently get for as low as 215 delivered. So, but only 2 in stock, 4 in stock, 2 in stock, then we're back to 227 with 5 in stock, and then 233. So depth of stock remains limited currently. But again, reprints are definitely not in any seller's hands right now, so that's kind of be expected. But no one seems to be panic selling, at least at the moment. So current quantity available is 143. Surging Sparks just always is surging higher, it seems. That has a very small downtick, peaked just a couple days ago at 265.98, and now it's down to 263.09. So down almost $3. And current cheapest, 263.94 delivered with 1 in stock. And there's 9 at 264.97. So currently you cannot buy it for the market price on TC Player. And there are 300 currently available, which is actually up. We can see your Gamer's Choice has 59 in stock. So that's a decent chunk of all the inventory right there as well. And the last item I mentioned, which is not a booster box, because it's a set that doesn't have booster boxes, Paldean Fates booster bundles. Current cheapest is 55 plus 4. This one's got a little bit more back and forth action, but obviously a very generalized uptrend overall. Current market price, 59.31. Current cheapest available is 55 plus 4 shipping, so 59, slightly below the market price. And it peaked yesterday at $61.53. So down $2 day over day, which is still for 6 packs. We're still at almost $10 per pack on Paldean Fates. 151 booster bundles going strong as well. Certain Sparks booster bundles are actually something that did have a reprint very recently. So let's just see for comparison there. So there you can see a more noticeable downtrend, and even more noticeable than that is the spike in volume, which does show that upon a reprint of any kind, that at least some sellers will look to dump and get that cash flow back. This product peaked at 46.20. Let's go to the 1 month just to show a little bit better here. So 46.15 on February 17th, as recently as, and got as low as 38.89, which again, 6 packs, that's still about $6.50 per pack of Surging Sparks. And those lows not stay long, because while the volume's high, showing that there was more availability, that also shows that as the price got down, people also ate them up very quickly. 258 sold, 189 sold, 142, 127, so on and so forth. Average sold for the last month is 77. So did 2 to 3x plus that for a few days there. And now current listings, cheapest is $42.98 delivered. 1 in stock, 10 in stock for a penny more, 5 and 5 and 2 and 5 and 23 and 5 and 1 and then 22 at $43. So everyone's very, very stacked up there at 43, which is above the current market price of 41.50. So it's still trending back higher again. So not being able to buy it cheaper than $43 right now. That's only $3.20 lower than the market highs that we saw previously. And let's see, does Twilight Masquerade show right here? It does. Twilight Masquerade booster bundles also had a reprint, not very big, but also quite recent. That also has a little bit of a downtrend and a volume spike, not quite as much as Surging Sparks, but there was less Twilight than Surging Sparks that was available to us at least. So went from 42 down to 40, back up to 42.11, now at just under 39, and still available just under 39. Can see people stacked up there as well. And also, one more thing recently, 151 booster bundles were also recently reprinted. We did get our hands on some more of those. You can see, though, in just before Christmas, there was a bigger downtrend. I think that's when a lot of Targets got a random restock, I want to say it was. So it went from 62 or higher down to 51, and then all the way back up to 66 and change. And currently it's 65 and change. And current cheapest listing is 66.95. So other than a little bit of an uptrend here in volume, the 120th different. So there was one day here that shot lower to 60.45, then recovered away. So maybe one seller had, a few displays or a master case of 60 that they sold off a little cheaper. But overall, as you can see, the reprints that happened most recently, the market ate them up very quickly, and prices have remained pretty stable overall. When the price does tick lower, people seem to be on the sidelines waiting to snap up the opportunity. But current reprints, nothing official from Pokemon, publicly or anything, but it seems Pokemon told things to distributors at Gamma, and that word has since spread and got confirmation from a couple distributor reps anyway that they are indeed expecting the product. Just don't know exactly how much or how soon, but it sounds like it should be not too far down the line. And if you're looking for a product, we do have product available. We are around market price right now, but every so often might throw something on there lower. And if we do get our hands on reprints, that should at least temporarily bring prices down as well. We do have Lorcana quite cheap right now. This is TheGameCapital.com. There are hyphens within it. We are working towards getting one domain again, as we had a separate site for local versus online. So there are two TheGameCapital websites, one with hyphens, one without. They are both us. But for e-commerce, currently it's TheGameCapital with hyphens. Should be linked down below. And if you happen to want Lorcana, we don't have too much left, but we've got it pretty close to cost. $90 for booster boxes. Azurite C is available. Into the Inklands is available. And Ursula's Return is also available. And some decks and troves and such as well. Oh, Shimmering Sky is also still available at $89.99. That's all I got for you today. Subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.